Okay, this is a video for 8.2G, arcs, and we're going to talk about minor arcs and major arcs. So, the first thing, or one of the first things we talked about during this day, during class, is that minor arcs have degree measures of less than 180 degrees. So that means they're smaller than half the circle. Major arcs are greater than 180 degrees. So that means they're bigger than half the circle. And semicircles are equal to 180 degrees. So they are exactly half of the circle. Now, minor arcs can be labeled with just 2 points. Major arcs and semicircles need to be labeled with at least 3 points. So, let's identify one of each in this example. For problem number 1, arc PQ, which is right here, that is less than half of the circle, so that is a minor arc. Now let's look at problem number 5. Arc TUQ. TUQ. So we start at T, go to U, and then all the way over to Q. As you can see, that arc is bigger than half of the circle, so that is a major arc. And then finally, let's look at problem number 6, TUP. Start at T, go to U, and then over to P. As you can see, that arc covers exactly half the circle. So that is a semicircle. Alright, now let's label and identify these arcs. We'll look at problem number 9. It asks us to find the minor arc. So we're going to use H and G, since the lines are drawn in there, as our base point. And the minor arc has to be smaller than 180 degrees. If we follow the circle along this way and use this blue line, you can see that that looks like it's close to half the circle, but it's not quite. And so that is our minor arc. And we draw that or label that by writing HG and then putting a little arc above it. Now the major arc is on the other side. Follow the circle the other way and go through point I, and now this arc is just a little bit bigger than 180 degrees, so that is our major arc. And we label that with HIG. It needs the 3 points to label a major arc, and then we put an arc above that one as well. Now let's look at problem number 14. We also talked this week about the fact that an arc measurement, the degree of the arc, is the same as the degree of the central angle. So we see that the central angle here, angle BAC, has a degree measure of 108 degrees. So that means arc BC also has a degree measure of 108 degrees. And so where it says M of BC, the measure of angle or of arc BC, we can write 108 degrees down there. We'll look at one more problem. We'll look at identifying the measurement of major arcs now. So let's take a look at number 20. This is similar to the problem we just did. We see that the central angle here, BAC, is again 108 degrees. So we know that arc BC is also 108 degrees. However, this problem is looking for the measure of arc BDC, the major arc. Now, a circle has a total degree measure of 360 degrees. And so if this minor arc is 108 and the major arc consists of the rest of that circle, then the problem 360 minus 108 will give us the measurement of that major arc. And 360 minus 108 is 252 degrees. So that is the measurement of arc BDC, 252 degrees.